More than 3 years into Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the war has reached a critical crossroads. Donald Trump has met Vladimir Putin in Alaska, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is heading to Washington, and European leaders are scrambling to respond. But here's the twist. Russia refuses to accept a ceasefire, and Trump is pushing a peace plan that could see Ukraine cede territory to Moscow. As of today, Ukraine continues to defend large swaths of Donetsk, including the heavily fortified cities of Kramatorsk and Sloviansk. Russia controls almost all of Luhansk, and has demanded that Ukraine withdraw entirely from both regions as a precondition for ending the war. Trump has openly suggested that Kyiv make a deal with Moscow because, in his words, Russia is a very big power and they're not. Friday's Trump-Putin summit in Alaska was described by Putin as sincere and substantive. According to reports, Putin offered a freeze along the current front lines, but only if Ukraine pulled out of Donetsk and Luhansk. Adding to the drama, NPR revealed that 8 pages of U.S. government planning documents were accidentally left in a hotel printer in Anchorage, raising serious security concerns. President Zelensky, preparing to meet Trump in Washington, posted that Russia's refusal to accept even a temporary ceasefire makes peace extremely difficult. His words were blunt. If they lack the will to stop the strikes, how can we expect them to accept long-term peaceful coexistence? For Zelensky, the stakes couldn't be higher. Europe is divided but cautious. Leaders including Emmanuel Macron, Germany's Friedrich Merz, and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer are in urgent talks with Zelensky. A joint European statement was clear. It will be up to Ukraine to make decisions on its territory. International borders must not be changed by force. Meanwhile, the Nordic-Baltic nations insisted peace must include both a ceasefire and lasting defense commitments for Ukraine. Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney welcomed Trump's suggestion of American-backed security guarantees for Ukraine. In his words, robust and credible guarantees are essential to any just and lasting peace. And then there's the curious side story. Trump personally handed Putin a letter from First Lady Melania Trump, officially referencing the suffering of children in the war. So where does this leave us? On one side, Trump and Putin framing themselves as peacemakers. On the other, Ukraine and much of Europe warning that skipping a ceasefire hands Moscow the advantage. If Ukraine is pressured into giving up land it still holds, it could set a dangerous precedent, that wars of aggression succeed. This week's meeting between Trump and Zelensky could decide not just the next phase of the war, but the very principle of whether borders in Europe can be changed by force in the 21st century. The road to peace is clouded with uncertainty. Will Trump push Ukraine to concede? Will Zelensky stand firm? What do you think? Should Ukraine compromise for peace, or hold firm against Russian demands? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis.